When you are focusing your image, there are some things to remember so that you get the best, sharpest focus possible. One thing is to make sure your aperture is set for the brightest, widest, lowest number. You're going to know that right away when, like, if you can't see the image, you're going to go, hey, I should lighten that up. The other thing is that you absolutely need to have a focusing sheet in place, and that sheet of paper should be the same kind of paper that you intend to print on. So if it's a fiber sheet of paper that you're going to be printing on, then you should be printing or focusing on a fiber paper focusing sheet. The fiber is a little thicker than the RC, and what this focusing sheet is doing is being a stand-in for the photo paper you will eventually put down into place and expose your image onto. So focusing sheet, widest aperture. Now, if you are actually printing using the filters that go below the lens, you also should have the filter in place when you focus, because if you think about it, this too is going to sort of interrupt the light travel a little bit. It's gonna affect how it comes down. So we want our focusing to take that into consideration as we're working. And then finally, we want to focus looking at the middle of the image. I know you can't see anything right now. I do actually have it on. But when the image is projected down, we want to focus looking at this area. Not over here, not over here, not over here. You guessed it, not over here. In the middle. Regardless of where the most detail in your photo is, you want to focus in the middle. That has to do with if that negative were tipped slightly up here because the enlarger had gone out of true a tiny bit, if there's a little bit of a bow to your negative, all those things can play an effect. The lens has to be parallel to the negative, and that all has to be parallel exactly to the easel. So we compensate by focusing right in the middle, and then if this side's off, it's only off by a little bit. If this side's off, it's only off by a little bit. We're also going to use what's called a focusing scope. This you just look into from about here. I think you can see me, yeah. And first get your focus close to your eye, then put the focusing scope in the middle, look for that sort of grain to be magnified, and turn the focus back and forth, kind of rock it back and forth so that you can see the image come in and out of focus to really fine-tune things. After that, you're ready to set it back down to f11, your printing aperture, and you're ready to go ahead and get started making your test strip.